DJ General Mills.
I feel like personally, we matriculated this one. We talked about this one weeks ago, how this was going to be the absolute best one. So over the weekend, it finally came out that Gucci Mane and Jeezy are going to do the verses instead of Jeezy and T.I. First of all, bombs for that, right? I'm very excited that they were able to put together a package where this was going to be it. So this has been news over the past couple of weeks. The story goes that they originally asked Gucci Mane, hey, do you want to do a versus? And according to Jeezy's Breakfast Club interview, he politely turned it down. That's what Jeezy said, whatever. And then on Saturday, I think it was Saturday. I'm pretty sure it was Saturday. If it wasn't Friday, it was Saturday. I'm pretty sure it was Saturday. Gucci Mane posted a picture and it looked like a flyer, and it basically was saying Gucci Mane versus Jeezy. But it was only on Gucci's page. It was on no other page. Wasn't on the Versus official page. Wasn't on Jeezy's page. Wasn't on Timbaland's page. Wasn't on Swizz Beatz page. It was only on Gucci Mane's page, which made me understand and think that this was Gucci Mane basically saying, all right, I'm gonna do it now. Now, granted, nobody asked T.I., hey, T.I., what you doing? Do you want to be a part of this? Nobody asked him. Nobody did any of this. Nobody said, hey, Tip, what are your thoughts on this? They got rid of this. Why? Because this ended up being like a top 5 trending topic. For Versus, if this is a top 5 trending topic and this hasn't even happened, you got to make it happen. So they figured it out. They worked out whatever numbers needed to work out, and boom. And now they're doing good with this. So a lot of people didn't understand, well, what is the big deal, right? Well, there's a big deal. These two rappers hated each other. And that's actually that's the polite way of saying it. There is a heavier level of street beef associated with these rappers. And thank God that Complex has figured out a way to talk about this full thing, so that we don't have to. But there's a lot of disrespect that goes amongst this, right? The story goes that they both had a record called So Icy, right? Now that was actually the first time I actually heard about both Gucci Mane and Jeezy, was on the So Icy. I never heard of either one of them. I wasn't huge into down south rap at the time period. So when I saw the video, I remember the video premiering on 106 and Park. It was a really big deal. I think I had like a girlfriend in like middle school or high school at the time. And her older sister, who was like, like in her mid-20s, was like happy, yelling, going around the house screaming because she saw this video. She was a huge fan at the time of both of these rappers. So this was big news to a lot of people, right? Well, story goes is that in 2005, they're both on the song So Icy. Well, when Jeezy comes, is getting ready to put out his premiere debut song, Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101, which is considered a classic album. I don't care who you ask, that's considered a classic album. They didn't put the song on the album, and Gucci ended up putting it on his album, Trap House. That's where the beef starts, because this is a big song. It's on 106 and Park. Jeezy had just signed 2 monumental deals, because Jeezy had just signed a deal with Bad Boy South, and he had signed a deal with somebody else. So he signed a deal with Bad Boy South when he was in the group, and then he signed a single deal with somebody else. So he had 2 deals on the table. So this was a huge monumental thing for them to put this song on that album. It didn't happen. So what ends up happening is, because of that, Jeezy starts the whole beef with a diss, right? He disses Gucci Mane and puts, technically speaking, a bounty on Gucci Mane's head, right? Gucci Mane responds, and then this is where it gets really serious. So Gucci Mane, long story short, was set up. I do think he was set up, and they tried to rob him. They tried to, get his chain, rob him, do whatever. Everything that Jeezy said in the song, they tried to get it, make it happen. And they tried to get him. Well, Jeezy was able to, defend himself, according to the state of Georgia. And he shot and killed one of the people who was on the record label that Jeezy owned at the time. So there's death behind this. That's why this was a serious beef, because it looks as if Jeezy sent somebody to potentially harm Gucci. Gucci defended himself, killed his friend, and then from there it just gets all types of disrespectful. Jeezy says he doesn't do it and anything like that. He's acquitted of the charge, and after that it just goes into diss record after diss record after diss record. I also forgot about the whole DJ Drama situation. DJ Drama was a known affiliate, interestingly enough, known affiliate of Jeezy, and he comes out with this mixtape with Gucci Mane. So it's as if Drama is choosing his side. He wasn't. He was just making money like most DJs, but that causes a trouble, right? Because then, Drama gets into a beef and he gets jumped and it's a big old fight. But anyway, diss song after diss song after diss song. Yeah, there was a couple of truces here and there back, 2009, but then they get into a brawl, and in that brawl, that's where everything pops off. Gucci says that he can't, respect them anymore. And then that leads us up to the Truth record. And this is probably one of the more disrespectful songs. This was when Gucci was Gucci, right? This is when he was top Gucci. And, he, at this point, he puts out this song and it's really disrespectful. He's talking about digging up your old partners and, basically talking about things that directly involved him and Jeezy. So that's where it was it got really disrespectful. So they went through all this whole path, right? You're seeing all of these different things, right? This is a long beef, stems for 15 years. And they go from that to this, which is the announcement that Gucci said, hey, we're gonna do this versus, which is crazy because prior to this, there was no communication between them. There was nothing. And now they have a battle. And so, first off, let me just congratulate these two, right? Let me congratulate these two for being able to sit down. That's number one. Because they're gonna have to potentially be in the same room. Versus at this point is way past, doing it over IG. It's way past that. At this point, they're more than likely gonna have to be in the same room. So let's first congratulate them for what looks like they're gonna have to be in the same room. That's number one. Number two, let's also congratulate them for getting to this point, because before that it was just guns and guns, so they got into this point. So I do want to congratulate them on that. Now we got to be smart here, right? Let's just be honest here. This could go numerous ways. Let's just hope that it goes the smart route. Let's just hope that nobody's harmed. Let's just hope that it's a very good, clean battle. As well as, let's just hope that none of these diss songs make this at all. I don't want to see any of these diss songs. Truth, 745, any of them. I don't want to see any diss songs in this battle. If they can keep this clean, this is going to be a really good battle. We're just hoping for that. Man. Now, that being said, the question still remains. Who wins in a versus battle? Gucci Mane versus Jeezy, right? I've seen a lot of opinions. If we just go to the numbers, right? Because versus is a very big numbers market. If we go to the numbers, first thing we look up is Gucci Mane songs, right? Now, I doubt that he's gonna play a lot of these songs, but there are some good songs here, right? You have Lemonade, right? Which is one of his bigger songs. Freaky Girl. He's probably gonna play both. They're both gonna play So Icy, so we gotta look at that one. He's not gonna play First Day Out the Feds, but he is gonna play First Day Out, which is I'm trying to think of the word. First Day Out is one of those cultural shifting songs. In Atlanta, you can play First Day Out and everybody knows the words. Everybody's gonna chant. That's gonna be his song. So it's not up here. It's not one of them big songs. First Day Out is gonna be his song. I think I Love Her is gonna be a big one. Go Ahead is gonna be a good one. Peels, Wasted, Bricks. Those are all 3 hits. Like, we're talking about hits right now. All 3 of those are hits. I'm a Dog. Let me see. I'm trying to see what else. Photo Shoot, Heavy. These are real big Gucci songs. We Don't Love Them, Zone 6. These are some very big songs. So when you look at his discography of songs that are just even on like Google, it's gonna be a tough day for Jeezy, right? And then we look at Jeezy's catalog, and we looked at his catalog back when we was talking about him versus T.I. But Put On, Soul Survivor, all there. Can't Tell Me Nothing. I don't know if he's gonna play Can't Tell Me Nothing. He does have ad libs on the original song, and he does have his own verse off of it. So there's a lot to unpack with that one. I Love It, Me Okay, Super Freak, Lose My Mind, and Then What, Trap or Die, Go Getter, Standing Ovation. He's probably gonna play My President Is Black. Seen It All, Tear It Up. These are all like classic songs. So I just want to let you know. Hip Hop Discussions, Pog, my dude, V-Vesta, I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Wiz Kalor and Gold Caldrogo. Oh, Caldrago. Appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Yeah, hey, this is what we do over here. Tear It Up, Go Crazy, My Hood, Get Your Mind Right, Trap Star, I Do, Bottom of the Map, Get Right. These are all huge songs, right? These are all huge songs. So the question comes down to who is going to win this battle. It took me a while to think about this, and I have to be honest with you. I gotta be honest with you. I live in Georgia, so this is a very big battle. This is a very big battle. This is a huge battle here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if we're talking about just culture, influence, we're talking about impact, we're talking about, songs charting, uncharting, underground. We're talking about very serious things. I honestly have Jeezy winning this battle. I think that Jeezy was gonna win with T.I., and I do think that Jeezy's going to win with this one as well. Just got here and you're doing a deep dive on Jeezy. Just some real talk. Hey, appreciate you. I think that, when I'm looking at both of these artists, I'm thinking about longevity over the game. I'm looking at what I've played over the years. There was a run, when I always talk about in hip hop, there's runs, right? Jeezy had a nice run, 05 to maybe 07, 08, where, that TM 101, 102, 103, that Jeezy carried him. That was a good carry. But that Gucci Man run right around 08, 09 to about 2012, 2013, that was very untouchable. Gucci had huge songs. He had songs with Mariah Carey. He solidified himself in that 3 to 4 year run. He solidified himself. After that, Gucci, I'm not gonna say he fell off. He just went into more of the underground scene, the underground feel. Gucci was huge, but his longevity after that, it was here and there. It was a couple of songs here and there. I feel like Jeezy has been more consistent over the past 8 to 10 years. Every year, he's giving you one club song, one club banger, one club hit. Every year, he's giving you something where he just has, it's solidified. Gucci got so much music though. That's absolutely correct. Gucci has a lot of songs. I mean, he had a run where it was just album after album after album, mixtape after mixtape. I remember, he was one of the first artists to do the exclusive mixtapes, where he would just grab a producer, grab 20 songs, and put out a mixtape. He had a mixtape with Metro Boomin. He had a mixtape with Southside. He had a mixtape with just TM88. Like, he had just strictly mixtapes. So I get that. I'm a fan of that, and I will say he's a pioneer when it comes to that. The issue with that is that a lot of those songs you can't remember. When I say, all right, name me something from either one of those mixtape runs, a lot of people can't. He didn't have a lot of singles at that time. He was just putting out music, and the music was fire, but a lot of it didn't stick. Now, he does have the one thing about Gucci he does have the Ace of Spade, which in this case would be, he has Drake singles, right? As well as Jeezy has his own Ace of Spade. He has Jay-Z singles. And if you've seen and noticed in these battles, any artist who whips out their Jay-Z or their Drake singles generally gets a point. So when we're talking about the verses, overall, I'm looking at everything as of right now. If we're doing a 20 song, boom, right? 20 songs in and out. 20 songs. There's no 21 or 22. 20 songs. As of right now, I do have Jeezy winning the battle 12-8. I do think that a 12-8 battle in this is he's kind of walking away with that, I'm thinking that when you have 12-8, that means for 8 songs, they're neck and neck. That means 4 of those songs, Jeezy's walking away from them untouched. I do think that it's going to be very hard for Gucci to stay consistent. That's the only thing. To stay consistent for 20 songs. He's going to kill it with limited. I mean, come on, man. If we look back at the Gucci Mane records that are going to make it just off of Google, right? Because you got to remember, these are not necessarily like super big artists. These are artists that people love and know. He's going to kill it with Pills and with Wasted and with Bricks. I Get the Bag, Lemonade. Those are 5 songs right there. I think he's not going to lose at all. So we'll just see what happens. Harry Mack raid incoming. We'll bring the raid in, Harry Mack. Bring the raid in. So man, we'll just see what happens. Truly, we're just gonna seriously see what happens.